Hello and welcome. It is Wednesday night with the Wexford Stamper. So glad everybody could join tonight. Hi, Terry from Colorado. Welcome. So glad you can join me. Hi, Ann and Mary and Renee and Joanne. You guys remembered it was Wednesday. Let me know if you'd rather I change it to Wednesday. If Wednesday's better for you or you guys, I could leave it Wednesday. I have some flexibility in the evening, so let me know if Tuesday or Wednesday works best for you gals at 7. That would be great. All right, hello, and welcome. And tonight I have such a fun little project to show you. And this is my little hand sanitizer holders. These are great. Yes, they're adorable. Wait till you see this paper, Joanne. These are great for little gifts during the holidays and stocking stuffers, all kinds of good things. And so easy to put together. I just can't tell you how easy and how I was able to put a whole bunch of these together pretty quickly today. So let's first talk about the product that I'm going to be using this evening. All right. Hi, Deb Gray. Hello, everyone. All right, I am going to be using the Kindest Gnomes bundle. And that includes this cute little stamp set. Look at those gnomes. Aren't they adorable? And their little mushroom house. And some really great sentiments. Now, you don't have to use this for Christmas. This can be for any occasion you need. I made mine kind of Christmassy, but it's really up to you what you'd like to do. And the dies that come with it these are the dies that come with it. And as you know, with many of the Stampin' Up! Products, the dies cut out images from the paper. And this paper is so cute. I can't stress enough how cute this paper is. So cute. And tonight, we are not really going to do any stamping except for the sentiment because I'm going to be using images I cut right out of the paper with my dies. Okay, I'll show you those as we get closer to that in the project. Lastly, I use some of this really cute ribbon. It's balmy blue and white ribbon. It comes with the suite. So pretty and nice. Just great to have on hand for any project, but it goes perfectly with your projects using the Storybook Gnomes. All right, so let's get started here. Before we get started, as always, I will have a downloadable PDF that gives you all the dimensions, all the product I used on my blog. Okay, and my blog is www.thewexfordstamper.blogspot.com. Here it is. I was looking for my slide that had that on. This is my blog. So immediately following this live, I'll download this video onto my blog post, and there will also be a downloadable PDF there. So take advantage of that. I'm a kind of person that really likes. Hi, Cheryl. Welcome. Oh, I got such a great group. Thank you, Joanne. I love doing them. I'm kind of the kind that like to have a hard copy when I'm working on things. And this really comes in handy for me. So I thought somebody out there could use them. So this is the page, the 2-page PDF that will be available on my blog. Alrighty, now we've talked a little bit about the product and the PDF, and here I have 3 here that are already finished, but so easy to put together. All right, let's move these over here, and we're gonna bring out the product we're going to need. All right, to make the holder, we're gonna make the holder or the outside of the holder first. You're going to need a piece of, I use soft suede. These would look beautiful with balmy blue as well, but I'm going to use soft suede, and these are cut at 2 by 9, okay? And I'm going to bring my scoring board up, and I'm going to score at 4 and 5. That's it, 4 and 5. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and grab my bone folder. Let's put this guy back. And crease those score lines. You can already kind of tell what part of the holder this is. This is the part that's going to stand up like this. All right, now, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put on what is it called? Designer Series paper. Oh, I'm having a brain problem again. Okay, and I chose these cute little Christmas trees, but they have lots of other papers that you can use as well. And these are cut just 1/8 of an inch smaller here than here. So it's 3 7/8 by 1 7/8. So we're just going to have a tiny bit of a soft suede border around it. Now you want to be careful that they're facing the correct way. Okay, remembering that they're going to stand up like this. So you want to make sure that the bottom of each of these panels is towards the middle, because that middle is going to be standing on the table. So you want your Christmas trees to be facing the right way. Okay, so there, I put on my 2 pieces of Designer Series paper, just like that. All right, so let's put that aside for now. We're going to make the interior part that holds the little hand sanitizer right here. It's just kind of a little box inside. You can slip it in. Now, I get my hand sanitizers from Bath and Body Works. I love these. I get them all in different seasons, and now is a great season to start picking up the Christmas scents. They've got all kinds of fabulous ones. If you watch the store ads, you can get them really cheap. Sometimes they're selling them very, very cheaply. So I love them. They're great gifts for anybody, especially in the world we live in now. Everybody needs hand sanitizer. So this is the size that I created this holder for. Okay, it might not be able to work with every size, but definitely the Bath and Body Works ones. Okay, now let's bring in our second piece of soft suede, and this piece is cut at 1.5 by 6.5. Okay, I'm going to grab my scoring board one more time. We're going to score at 1.5, 2.5, 4, 5. 1.5, 2.5. 4 and 5. Let me know if Tuesdays or Wednesdays work best for everyone. Just go ahead and put up in the comments if you have a preference, because I wouldn't mind moving to Wednesday if that's where most of my peeps will be home on those days, better than Tuesday. I have a little more flexibility being an empty nester here. Okay, so here is that piece that I just scored, and then I creased all those score lines. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply a little bit of glue here on the final panel. Okay, and I'm going to turn it back over, fold that panel towards the center, and then bring the other panel right on top. So essentially what you're making is like a square donut. Okay, it looks like a box, but it doesn't have a top or a bottom, just the sides. So that's what you're creating with that strip, just like that. Okay, now let's bring our little strip. Oh, okay, Ann, that's good, good to know. And we're gonna go ahead and put a little bit of the glue on one of the larger sides. Okay, now you wanna make sure you're laying it that it's centered the short way, and then that the bottom is right against that score line, but not over it. If it's over it, it's not going to close. So I want to bring it super, super close to that score line, but not over. And then I want to have the same little bit on each side there, approximately. Okay, and then I'm just going to take my finger or take my bone folder and give that a good press. Okay, now that is stuck there. All right, now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the other large. Okay, I see a pattern here, Cheryl. All right, then I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to bring the bottom up so it's flat against the bottom of the square, and then I'm going to fold the other large side over the front. Then I'm going to take my bone folder again and put it right in there. Okay, so that's essentially the entire thing. Okay, you don't have to worry about getting it exactly down to the bottom because it's not going to fall out the bottom. But it's important that you don't go over those score lines or you're not going to be able to close it up against. But as soon as it dries, you've got this nice little pouch that it can go into. Watch here, I'll just stick mine right in there. Okay, and it is cut, the inside is cut so that it's pretty darn snug in there. Okay. All right. Yeah, me too. It might take me a few weeks to remember that it's on a Wednesday too. Well, I'm thinking it might be better on a Wednesday. And I have the ability to go Wednesday. So why don't we try Wednesday for the next few weeks? See how that goes. Okay? All right. Now, all done. Next thing we're going to do now, we're going to grab your paper punch. This is a 1/8 inch circle punch. And you're going to slide it, pinch closed the top of your holder, and then slide this in. And what I do is I make the punch about 1/2 inch from one side, and then try to slide it across as straight as possible so that it's 1/2 inch from the other. Okay, it's never going to be perfect. The holes are never going to line up perfectly, but they really don't have to. Okay. So now I have those 4 holes. You want to go ahead and put them together before you punch because then you can make sure your holes all line up. All right, now here is this pretty ribbon. And this is actually the last piece. Let me get the official name of this. I don't think I did a good job with that one. Double stitched ribbon in balmy blue. Okay, double stitched ribbon, balmy blue. And what it is, it's like a balmy blue ribbon stitched on top of a white one. It's really pretty, really pretty. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and thread that through our little box here. Where's my... Okay. A recommendation I make when you're getting ready to put your ribbon through is always cut one end pointed. Okay, that helps you get it through the holes a little bit better. Now it's going to fray a little bit because I've made a bunch of these today, and it starts kind of fraying towards the end. And if it does, you can just go ahead and snip it again. Okay, so I'm going to start from the front, and I'm going to just go right in that front hole. Okay, to the back. Okay, now we're all the way through to the back, and then I'm just going to turn and come right back through to the front again. Okay, don't try to do both holes at once. You will drive yourself crazy. Just nice and easy through one at a time. Now, by the time I get through here, my ribbon is pretty darn frayed, but hey, it did its purpose. Okay, there we go. All right, we got it through, and I'm going to turn it and twist it a little bit so that it looks nice and flat on the back. Then I'm going to pull it through. There is the ribbon along the back. Okay, and here we are in the front. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and tie my bow. Okay. This is a little tricky to tie because both sides aren't the same. One side has the stripe and one doesn't. So you're bound to have one side or one loop that isn't totally blue just because of the nature of the ribbon. Okay. doesn't really bother me that much, but you can kind of twist and turn the ribbon to see if you can get all blue, but it is a little difficult because you gotta twist it, and sometimes your ribbon doesn't really like that too much. All right, here, let me go ahead and pull it tight one more time. There we go. Then I'm gonna slowly pull out the ribbons. I did pretty good. I only have this top one up here that's white. Then I'm gonna go ahead and cut off my edges. So there we have our bow on there. Okay, now this is the fun part. Okay, I'm gonna grab my dies just to show you. Now you could, if you wanted to, stamp any of these cute little gnome images and do some coloring with your blends. That would be fun. That would be a great idea. Just remember to use the Memento ink. You could stamp a cute little mushroom house. And then you could use your dies to cut them all out. Here are the 4 little gnomes. Here's the mushroom house. So you could do it that way, but if you were in a rush, you could just take the dies and cut them out of the paper. Now I've cut all of the ones that I had out of the paper that I have here at my house. So I've got a bunch of these cute little gnomes, and they're different shapes of the gnomes, but so simple to cut out with your dies, and you can really put this project together really quickly, because I'm just going to take one of these and I'm going to use that for the front of my box. Okay, so here is one of the dies, one of the gnomes just cut out of the paper. Isn't he cute? Okay, so I'm going to bring my little treat holder back in. I'm just going to grab some dimensionals and I'm going to place them on the back of the gnome. I'm going to just do 2. Whoops, I knocked one of my other ones that's finished over. Okay, and he's going to go to the left-hand side on my treat holder. Okay, there he is, right there on the left-hand side. Okay, now, one of the cute little sentiments in this pack is "You gnome me so well." I thought that was perfect. Okay, so I'm going to grab a little scrap of the basic white. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp my sentiment in Pool Party right onto that scrap. Okay. I love the font. It's very much like a storybook. Isn't that cute? Yeah. Okay. Then I'm going to grab my 1 3/8 inch circle punch. Now, if you don't have this punch, you can use a 1 3/8 circle die. Do the same thing. And I just bring it in here, making sure that I'm facing the punch upside down and sliding my paper in so that I can easily center my sentiment right where I want it. Then I'm just going to squeeze, and then I have my cute little circle there. Okay. Then I'm going to grab one more dimensional. Put that on the back of my circle, and I'm going to put it up right here near the top of his hat, and I had it just go a little bit behind his hat like that. Like that. And there it is. Isn't that so cute? So easy. This is a great design to have on hand for lots of different occasions. This would be a great little Easter gift. Once we get our spring paper in, you can pull out this great design and make a whole bunch of the hand sanitizers and all the great spring scents. So it's just a good design to have around ready to use. So that is my project for this evening. So simple, really fun. I was able to put a bunch of these together for For my presentation tonight, I have all these done. These are going to go into my card kits this month as well. So I hope you enjoyed this. I have a great Facebook Live for next week. I'm going to be using the Gnomes again, the Storybook Gnomes suite. And I'm going to be making a pop-up card. Really simple pop-up card, but so, so cute. I just came up with this idea and I want to share it with you. Very cute. And if all you want to get is the paper, remember, you can always just fussy cut the little gnomes out. Okay? You don't have to have those dies. You can always just fussy cut that out of the paper. So I hope to see you next Wednesday, gals. We will stick with Wednesday for a few weeks and see how that goes. Thank you so much for joining me this evening, and keep on stamping. Take care. Bye-bye. Oops.